Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com. You cannot see me, but you can hear me. And I'm here to talk about Lost Cities Rollin' Right. Lost Cities Rollin' Right is another game in the series of Lost Cities games, with the original being Lost Cities, the original card game, the OG. If you remove the C, it will be OCG, but this is like, let's skip over the C. It's OG. There we go. I don't know. I was introduced to Lost Cities some years ago. Really liked it. Very fun game. 2-player card game. And there are a couple of sequels. I do have Lost Cities Rivals. Wasn't the biggest fan of it. I thought it was okay. This was such a good game. It was really difficult to sort of recreate the magic of the original Lost Cities. There's also Lost Cities, the board game, which has elements of Lost Cities, but it's not quite the same. But it tries. Now, Rollin' Rights. I'm a big fan of Rollin' Rights. Really like them a lot. So I kind of came into this thinking, what's this going to be? So, still play the old, but I'm going to slide to the side and focus more on the new. Rollin' Right. So, crack this box open and I guess walk through what some of this is. Now that I've opened the box and just have stuff kind of strewn about, I was going to say that I'm going to do a solo playthrough of this game. There really is no official solo playthrough. It is a 2 to 5 player game, but I suspect since there's a playthrough and then a review at the end, suspect that you might have some sort of indication on how much I may or may not appreciate this game. So, in Lost Cities, the card game, you will be taking expeditions, which means you are incurring costs. So whenever you take an expedition, you are incurring a cost to embark upon it. It's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something to go out there and beg and plead for people of other nations and lands to give you their artifacts. Because you're not taking them, because who would do that, right? You're not taking things that don't belong to you. You're asking nicely. Can I have this 10,000-year-old vase? Yeah. Anyway, so in the original Lost Cities, like I said, you'll be embarking on expeditions, which are going to have you incurring a cost to do so. Lost Cities Rollin' Right is sort of similar, if you will. I'm going to probably zoom in here a little bit onto this sheet. And it's a one sheet Rollin' Right, where you're going to have different colors of expeditions. And for those who have issues with color blindness, there are some symbols that are going to be on the dice as well as the colors you have there. And I kind of took some notes here and the solo variant that I made up. So how it works is you're going to roll dice. Now, in a regular game, multiplayer game, you would roll dice, and whoever's the active player would have an opportunity to choose 2 of them, and those 2 will not be available to the other players who, if I can open this, it'd be great, would have an ability to choose some of the other dice. I'll toss these in here. Hopefully this won't take me as long to open as the previous. Come on, you're embarrassing me. The internets can see me. There we go. So in a regular game, you take all 6 dice, whoever the active player is, you roll them, and you would choose any combination of a die with a number or a die with a symbol / color on it. So I'm glad there's some zeros here, because that's important. So basically, this means if I'm the active player, I can choose the 1, the 0, the 8, and then any one of these. So anytime you start the game, you will be incurring a cost to begin. So hopefully you can see these. These are negative numbers here in red. -10, -15, -20, and then -50. So let's say I took the one, I'm active player, and I chose the one and the purple star. Then I'll be over here in the purple section. There's also a star here, in case the color is not something that pops for you, which I'm glad that they did that. That's good. It makes something that more people can have a chance to enjoy. And that's what games are about. Enjoying them. So I could take the one and the star, and then I could put a one. There's a 2 here, so just pretend it's blank. And I could just put a 1 there to begin. Should probably also grab one that's not quite as marked up, just to show some other things as well. So it makes a little bit more sense. I'll just move this down like this. I'm wrinkling it up, but I've done worse. So I could just put the 1 here because of this. I guess I could just, well, I'll show you that in a second. This is focused on the blank one, actually. So I could just put the 1 here. So one and that. So there we go. I would do that. Now the other players that have a chance to look at these, and they can do whatever they wish. 0. The 0 means you get to, I guess, in the original game, you can invest more heavily into a certain color, and it's sort of the same thing here, where you can put the 0 down here. So let's say I chose the 0 and the purple. Then instead of writing the 1, I would write, just cross it out, meaning I'm doing it like, yeah. So what this means is if I stay here, I'm losing 50 points. I'm incurring a 50-point cost just by populating this here. If I populate up here, I'm losing 20, 15, 10, so on and so forth. So if I did that there, then I'll be incurring 50. The difference is you get to double where you go. So as you keep going up, if you look all the way over to the left, however far you get is what you score. So let's say this purple for this game that I played, I got all the way up here. So 35 points. Now, if I had taken a 0 on a turn and started here, you can only do this at the beginning. You can't start populating here and then do it. In the same way in the original game, similar to the original game where you can't, it'd be better if I had all this stuff kind of prepped, but here we are. I guess what is this, making a deal? I forgot what this is called. I should know, but I don't remember. You can't do this on the column and then start playing green after the fact. You'd have to do this first, and then you can play other cards. If you don't know how to play Lost Cities, what I'm saying is meaning nothing to you, but that's okay. That's all right. All it means is if you want to have the potential to incur a 50-point loss from the jump, but double the score that you get based on where you end up, that's a choice you can make. That's something you can do. So for here, this will be worth 70 points. So that's crazy. I didn't do that at all for this one, apparently. So I don't know why. Well, I guess I can show this one. So for this one, I got up to here. I should have crossed it out. You should just put the X there. Only 0 can do that. So I put the cross it out. I got up here throughout the game. It's 15. That's the level it got to. And I would double it, meaning I get 30 points there. All right. So that's some of the basics. So then the other things are, you see these up arrows. This just means you can put down the same number in a column again. So let's say I had 1, 2, 3. And then on a subsequent turn, you can either place a number that's the same as the one underneath it, or obviously higher. But 10 is where it maxes out. Once you pass this area here, zeros become 10s. I hope. Let me just check. Yep. So once you are past this lower level here, a 0 becomes a 10 here. Well, anyway, let's say I got a 1 or a 2 or anything higher than a 1 and I put it here. So let's say I got another 1 in another turn. I could choose any other column that I've already started and then just increase it by the same number that is the highest that's already there, which means I could just do a 3 here. Oh, but look, there's an up arrow there, which means I can ping pong that into something else that I've already started and then move up a level there. So you can kind of combo it up. You also see some pots, and the pots allow you to start crossing off. So every space of the pot that you populate, you would cross off a pot here. As you see, -40, -30, -20. And then as you get up here, 10, 20, 30, 40, and you actually earn points for the more pots you get. So until you get 4 of them, you're losing points, but you are losing less the more you go. If you are the active player, and this column here is for refusing. So if the dice are rolled and you don't put anything down, you have to start crossing these off. And they work the same way as I kept saying pots. They're really artifacts. It works the same way here. Whereas you lose less points the further you go up. You actually get points for going up that way, which is interesting. So these work the same way, where you cross them off for every time that you refuse a dice roll and you go all the way up. However, if you cross off the 9th, you get all the way up here, you get no points. So yeah, so you got to be careful. This 100 is pertaining to the artifact. Up here, the refusal space is 0. So 100 goes to the artifact. This is 0. So if you do it 9 times, you end up losing all the points that you gathered as you made your way up. So the game ends when, that's also called being exhausted. The game ends when all players are exhausted, meaning everybody's refused up to 9 times. Or the game ends when all the bridges are the only real shared thing in the game. Whereas if you're here, let's say you had 6 here, and then you wrote 7 up here, and you did it first. If you cross from this area to this upper area, you would get those points. No one else can get them. So it's a first come, first serve kind of thing. And then these artifacts at the top of the various expeditions work similarly to the ones that are here. So you get all the way up here and cross one of these off, or that you cross off one of these. I've talked enough. Let me just run through a real quick solo game. So in my little solo variant, I do remove one of each die, put it to the side, so I only have 4. And I add a little rule where if I roll the same color, I got to pick any color of an expedition that I had started. It's a variant I made up, so yeah, of course I'm helping myself. And if I roll doubles of the same number, I don't think that meant anything. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I don't think rolling doubles of the same number meant anything. So, all right. And then I end when I get up to 9 refusals. All right. So I got 2s, a blue, and a green. So I'm going to start with a 2 blue. All right. Oh, this isn't good. Okay. So I could do a 0 green or a 0 purple. I'll do a 0 green, which means I'm just going to cross this off. So I'm incurring -50 points to start here instead of -20 starting in this row here. Let's hope that pays off. All right, we got 2 blue again, or 4 red. I'm going to take the 2 blue again because why would I not? What I made a mistake in talking about the rules is the fact that if you do get the up arrow, you can choose to start a new expedition. You would just add a 1. So I could just add a 1 to purple. See, I was wrong. I'm glad I checked that because I was wrong, as I often am. Let's see. All right, we have a 3 and a 9. The 9 does me no good. I'll take the 3 purple. I'll take the 3 purple, and then I'm just going to add a 1 to the green. I probably could have added a 1 to the green when I first got this one, but I didn't. So, and that's on the yellow. All right. I'll take a yellow 1. I've yet to refuse something. It's coming though, trust me. And here we are. We have a 5 and a 6. I don't want to do anything with that. So I'm going to cross off my first refusal, which cost me points up front, but then after I do it 4 times, I actually get 10 points instead of losing 40, 30, or 20. Ooh. Okay. Remember I said the variant rule I made up is if you roll doubles on a color, you get to pick any color you want. I'm going to pick purple and use the 4. So there we go. See, it's lovely. Make a variant. You can do whatever you feel like doing. Knowing my luck, it's actually in the book. And I still remember it. Okay, a 9 and an 8. That's not going to work. So I'm going to cross those out. That stinks. Probably should make something for the colors too. I mean, for the numbers. I just haven't. Okay, so I have purple. And I need to work on this green because I'm doubling it, and that's the thing. Doubling all, just like in the original Lost Cities, doubling means whether your score is positive or negative. You know, if it's negative, then it's just negative. That's what you got. All right, so I have a purple 5 or purple 4. I'll choose 4 because why not? And the I should probably call these things what they are. So the pots are expeditions, the arrows are acceleration, and these are refusing dice. So I got the acceleration for putting the 4 purple here, 4 purple, and I can do whatever I want. So I'm going to add a 1 here, which also lets me add a 1 elsewhere. So just piggybacking. So although I probably could have done that here and then done. Mistakes were made. Okay. All right, I'm going to do the 3. I'll do the 5 here. Okay. If I do the 5 here, I can accelerate this one, which also means I can cross off my first pot. All right. Seven. Oof. Yuck. Oof. This ain't no good. All right, so I'm refusing. Oh, come on. And I'm refusing again. But now, because I did it up to 4 times, now it's worth 10 as opposed to being negative. But it's also bringing me closer to ending the game, which is not what I want. Oh, boy. That stinks. Okay. So I said if you're the same, my variant is if you roll the same color, you choose any color you want. So I'm going to choose a 1 and make those yellow. So I get to mark this here, which also means I get to do something else. So I'll put that there. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. 4. Oof, I can't really use that. I'm not starting anything at a 4. So either I move closer to ending the game, or I'm gonna incur a cost. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do? I have to make a decision here. I really don't want to incur a cost. Okay. I'll do a 4 in orange. I really don't want to do that. And also it does open up more opportunities for me to place numbers. So it ain't all bad. Ooh, yeah, it is. 6 and a 7. Man. Now I wish I would have done the other one. It's 20 points. That's not too bad. So, but putting a 6 down, like putting a 4 here that's never really great. Okay, I'm up this far, so I'm gonna do a 6 here. I know that's crazy. I know that you probably should never do this. All right. Okay, so this is this 0 is considered either a 0 for, it can't be a 0 for purple, it can't be a 0 for green because I already did that. So it's a 10. Oh, imagine if I could have had that right there. That would have been something. Would have been something. I don't want to cross anything off again either. This really stinks. I gotta refuse it again. And my score's gonna be pretty low. Okay, 2 greens, an 8 and a 4. Okay, any color. I'll turn those 2 greens into a blue. And use a 4. No, hold on. All right, 2 orange. I'm going to make the 2 orange into a green. No, I don't want to use the 9. Make it into a yellow. These are all 1s. So the 2, so I'll just make that a 2. Let me get more of these pots. Got it, a negative here. All right. 9. Man, this is rough. Really would rather not cross another refusal out, but I can't do much. I have a green. I gotta do it. All right. Okay, we got a purple 6 or orange 6. Purple's already heading up somewhere, so I'll take the orange 6. Does that make? That's not really what I. Let me write that in a little better. It's not really what I would prefer to do. Sorry, the camera's shaking. I got to figure out a solution that's not bolted onto the table itself, which I had before, but then it was too cumbersome. So I'll figure out something. Okay. So, okay, I could do, I'm not touching it like I'm touching, I have a screen in front of me, I don't know why I'm doing that. I'll use a 4 and a yellow. So I'll change that into a 4, which means I get a pot. So I'll cross that pot off. All right. Green 5, 3. Not exactly what I want, but I'll take the blue and the 5, cross off another pot, which means now I'm in the black. Okay, 6 blue, 6 orange. If I do 6 blue, I can do that, which also lets me do 6 in orange, which gives me another pot. Okay, 3 and 3, blue and red. Ooh. Now this is the times I I really wish I would have mentioned, hey, in this variant, if you get the same number, you can choose any number you want if you roll doubles. I didn't do that from the beginning, so it would not be fair to do it even to myself. Do that now. Ooh. So now I do get 20 points if I cross into this next section. I lose 20 points if I start the red here. I might as well just start the red, whatever. This is awful. So I'm getting those 20 points, but I'm closer to ending the game. Yep, I need all 4 of these. All right. 2, okay, 3 in a red. I'll take it. A 9 and a 5. terrible. I can't. Blue and orange. Do I take a 9 here? Do I just lose my mind, do a 9 here, and then do a 3 here? I mean, all these are almost out of the negative zone, so they're almost profitable. Okay, a 5 purple. I'll take that. Oh, although, wait a minute. Get that 20 in the bridge, and then cross off another pot because of the pot there. All right, orange. Look at that. Beautiful. So I'll get another. I'm going to use an orange, and the 0's a 10. So that'll be a 10. Yeah, and across the bridge. So not too shabby. I only want to need to get this thing up here because right now being doubled doesn't mean a lot because only with 10. 3. Can't do anything with a 3. So unfortunately I have to cross this off because I can't do anything with that. A 9 and a 3. 3. Anything with that? I don't want to end the game, so I guess I'll just take a 9. A 9 in blue. 9 or a 7. I will take a 9 for the blue. And which means I get to cross a bridge. The green is still very much lacking for whatever reason. Let's see. Orange 7, orange 4, blue 7. I think that's going to be a wrap. All right. And then that's it. I got all the way up. I did all my refusals. Oh, I should also mention that in my made up solo variant, unlike the regular game, you still get the points for your refusal. I'm not, I don't get 0. I get 100. Because I need it. That's a score attack thing. That's all I'm able to come up with. And let's check out what my final score is going to be. So for the red column, I got up to 5. So I just write 5 at the top. Here I got up to 30, but I also get 20 because I crossed this bridge, this 20 bridge. So that's 50. Here, same here, 30, 20, I get 50. Green got double, but it was only got up to 10. I should have done more ping pong and really built that up. That's only worth 20. Whoa. Got up to 30 here, plus that's another 50. Got up to 15 here, so that's another 15. So I got 20 for the artifacts and got up to 60, so that would be 80. And my final score would be, my score is 370. I've done better, so I did not beat my highest score. I think my highest score was 460, but I did, yeah, I still had the color change rules on that one. So I think 460 is the highest I've done. So clearly I have a lot more to do here. So now that I played my made up solo variant, what are my thoughts on Lost Cities in terms of an actual review of the game? I'm a big fan of the original Lost Cities. I think it's a really good card game. The only thing I don't like about the original is it's only 2-player. Now that there was an attempt to remedy that with Rivals, which really didn't work to me. The only thing about Lost Cities is the tension of I've gone on this expedition, I'm incurring this cost. It's an investment to see, hey, if I get to the other side, is it worth it? No other Lost Cities has done it as well as the original. That being said, I feel like the Lost Cities Roll and Write is my second favorite Lost Cities game. Does it create the tension of the original one? Not really. The original one, the OG still creates that tension because this is you and one person. You know, you can play this 2 players, but it's different. You know, I feel like the investment in the original one and starting those new expeditions feels more tension filled than writing numbers in either here to double what the score is, regardless if it's positive or negative, or working your way up here. But I really like this game. This is a really fun roll and write. It is 2 to 5 players. I might have said 2 to 4 earlier. It is actually 2 to 5 players. It was played about half an hour. Also 8 is 8 and up. But I really enjoy it. It's something people who like rolling rights. It's quick. I don't know. This is a snappiness to it. I don't think it recreates the tension of the original anywhere even close. But I'm also not expecting that. I didn't go into Lost Cities Rolling Right expecting it to give me the full Lost Cities feel. It does it in the way, hey, do I want to start this thing? Do I want to incur these negative points? I really want to incur 50, help to work my way up, and then double whatever I get. Do I want to do that? I don't know. It does, like I said, the tension is not the same, but it doesn't have to be. This is a really fun roll and write. And I literally just made this variant up. I'm sure people have done the same thing. And this is if I cannot find anybody to play with, my wife and kids like, I don't want to play right now. I am very pleased to just sit down 10, 12 minutes and rip a sheet off and just have some fun and see how high I can get. Now, I know I'm going to have to run this back and try to at least get into the 400s again. But I like the game. If you like rolling rights, this is not the crunchiest rolling right, but if you know the series this comes out of, you already know. It's not. It doesn't need to be a crunchy roller right. It's fine just the way it is. So if you're into rolling rights, whether you like the original Lost Cities or not, I do recommend Lost Cities Rolling Right. I think it's fun, snappy, it's quick, it's easy to teach, plays pretty quickly, and you can make up your own variant and have a blast playing it just like I did. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. If you made it through the whole thing, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Leave a comment. I like those. That's going to do it. Take care, stay safe, and be blessed.